Hey, what's up guys? So, as you guys know, if you follow my Instagram, my old computer broke. It's completely done for the most part. Editing software doesn't work. All this other software doesn't work on it. So I ordered a bunch of PC parts, as you can see from the table right here. I finally got in the processor today. Also, if you guys follow my Instagram, all this stuff was updated there. So that's another reason why you should follow it. But yeah, we're gonna start building this right now, and I'll walk you through the process. By no means, this is not a tutorial for doing this because I really have no clue how to do this myself. This is just the process that I'm going through to do it. So probably be using some YouTube video tutorials and stuff like that to get this done. And also I have my friend coming over, Francisco, to help me out. Be here in about an hour. So I'm gonna get everything set up and get this all ready, get some stuff taken out of the boxes, and see what exactly we have inside, get some tools ready, and we'll get going on this process. All right, so let me just walk you through all the pieces that I got here. All these pieces for the build, every product I've got here, I found on the PC Master Race Reddit site on the builds. So this is basically an already put together list of pieces for the build. First of all, we have the CPU, which is an AMD Ryzen 5 1400 3.2 gigahertz quad core processor. Next we have the motherboard, which is an ASRock AB350M Micro ATX AM4 motherboard. And the memory, we have the G.Skill Ripjaws V series 8GB. It's a DDR4 2666 memory. The storage is a Seagate Barracuda 1TB 3.5 7200 RPM internal hard drive. The video card is a GeForce GTX 1060. And the case, on the list, it has a Fractal Design Core 2300 ATX mid-tower case, but I actually went with a different case. This one is a Deepcool case. It's ran the same price and it still fits everything fine. I just like the looks better because it's actually colored, this one, and the one that it came with was just straight black. So yeah, this one's a little bit red, and I believe it has some LEDs in it as well. So we'll see once everything's put together if it lights up or not. But it does have the color on the outside of the case, so that's a good thing. Obviously, to each their own. If you're gonna do the same build I am, I'll leave the link down in the description for the build, and you can also read what they have to say about the cases, and make sure you actually go on certain websites to make sure all the pieces fit in the case, because some cases are not gonna fit certain parts, so you just wanna make sure that everything's gonna fit in the case. The last thing I have is the power supply, which is a Seasonic S1 211 520 watt 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. This build runs at about $630 just with all the pieces for the computer itself. That's not including, obviously you need a monitor, keyboard, mouse, Wi-Fi if you need Wi-Fi. If not, then you just get a Ethernet cable. You know, if you don't have a desk or chair, that could come into play too. But this is just the specific PC itself. It runs about $630 without shipping. With shipping is probably around closer to $700. But all these pieces are taken from different websites based on the sales that are going on. Obviously that's going to fluctuate. So yeah, whatever, just make sure you go on the website that they show, and it'll show a list of different websites that have certain prices. Just make sure you click on all of them, because when I went through there, it had the top one was like, for example, I think it was the motherboard was like 200 on one website, and then but it was out of stock, so you can only buy the 240 option, which I think was a bigger card or motherboard or something like that. And but if you go to other websites, it's not out of stock. You're paying what, like $5-10 more. It's like 205 or 210 or something like that. But instead of 240, but it's just from another website. So obviously you got to look through that and make sure that the prices are going to be what they say they are, and make sure everything's in stock before you order it, because you're going to want to get the best deal. You don't want to waste money. Even if it's $10, you might as well just save that money and put it towards something else. So yeah, just make sure you read the Reddit before you get to do the build and everything, and make sure all the prices are right.
Okay, so first things first, I got the case on its side. I've taken off both of the side panels. You can see right here, It was just held on by these little rivets right here. Let me see if I can get a close shot. Just held on by these little rivets right here, and yeah, there's just 2 of those on each panel. You just unscrew them, and it should slide right off this way. And you take them off. I just laid it down on its side for now, and I believe first step is going to be the motherboard, which is going to go here, I think. Like I said, I've never done this before, so it's going to be my first time going through this. So yeah, let me just check the tutorial and also other stuff, and we'll go from there.
All right, so first thing I did was I took the motherboard out of its box. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'll show you up close right now. This is what it looks like. It also comes with the shield for the front. Again, like I said, I'm probably gonna say this a bunch, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing really. I'm just watching a video and doing it, so I just want to show you guys the process of me building it. Just so maybe you guys don't make the same mistakes that I might do. Or maybe you'll learn for this, or maybe you just find it entertaining. But yeah, so it comes with this. The shield for the actual case, so this is going to go on there, and then that will plug, the motherboard will plug into this. Also, I don't know exactly what these cables are called, but it's some sort of cable to plug into the motherboard, I guess. It comes with it. The manual, and I guess the CD would be some drivers or something like that. It also comes with this little bolt on here. I don't know what that's for just yet, but I'm sure we'll find out in a minute. So I also have my processor here. Right here, I'm gonna open this as well because I'm pretty sure that's the first step. What we're gonna do, he just said in the video that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna take out the processor and start working on that. So I'm just gonna take it out of the box real quick before we move on in the video. I guess I'll leave a link to the video I'm gonna be using in the description below, just in case any of you guys are new to this as well and want to get a good look at this. I've already watched this all the way through. It's about an hour long, but yeah, so I know the gist of it, but I just want to do it along with him just so I don't make any mistakes and just in case I forgot anything. Alright, so I've got the CPU out. If you guys can see right here, this is where the actual CPU is going to go in this little square right here. So what the first thing you have to do is there's this little metal bar here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You're just going to want to lift it up. It's kind of like latched on. So now you can see it. It just goes up and down like that. It's kind of latched on the bottom. When there's nothing on there, it seems to just come up pretty easily. So yeah, you just put that up and it's ready to go on. So now for the CPU, this part you actually want to be careful with because apparently you're not supposed to touch the top or the bottom for purposes of you're not supposed to get it dirty at all. I think it's going to mess some stuff up, especially these parts. So you're supposed to just grab it from the sides like that, and then you should be able to just drop it on. But also what I want to make note here, I forgot to tell you guys this, but there's this little triangle here, this little golden triangle in the corner. There, let me show you guys. This little golden triangle right here in the corner. You're just going to want to match that up with the triangle on the board where you put it on. It's a little tiny triangle, but for me it's on the bottom left corner. Very, very small. Like I don't even think I could show you guys with my camera on this mount right now, but yeah, you're just going to want to look for it and just drop it straight on. It should go on. It's slotted, so it should just fit right on. You'll feel it. It's feels like kind of like magnetized, but it's not. And then you just wiggle it to make sure it's in, and then you could close the bar. Now you could feel that's a little bit more pressurized now that that's on there. So just make sure you lock it into the place underneath that latch, and that's how you do that. Okay, so I got the cooler out of the box. That's what it looks like. On either side of the CPU, you got these like little bracket things, and each one has 2 screws in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and carefully remove those. I'm using obviously the one that came in the box, the cooler. In the video I'm watching, they have a different one that they bought. It's supposed to be a little bit better, but I did not get one. So I'm just going to use this one. If you do have an aftermarket one, you might have to take this whole bracket off and then put that back on. But I'm not going to do that. It looks like you just have to take these screws off, and then there's screws on either side of this. You see here and here, and then on the other side here and here, and it should just go on top, and I think these screw into the bracket. So I took those out. If not, then I'll let you guys know, but it's what it looks like to me, so that's what I'm gonna do. Try to keep it in place. All right, so I got those screws out. I'm just gonna check and make sure which side the cooler actually goes on, if it goes like that, or if it even matters. So just give me one moment here. All right, so it seems that since they have a different cooler, it's like a completely different design than the one I have, which looks like it's mounted on the bottom that goes like that on top. I'm just gonna open up the instructions and look at them and make sure that what I'm doing is correct. All right, so the camera ran out of battery right there. So I actually installed it before I noticed it, that it ran out of battery. But yeah, so the AMD side is gonna go towards the top of the CPU. And what I did at first was I tried to screw in both of these sides first, all the way, and then screw on the other opposite side on the right side. But what happened was this side was so tight down that this side, the right side, was lifted up a little bit more. So what I had to do was unscrew them, and I ended up doing a little bit on the bottom left, and then a little bit on the top right, and then I did a little bit on the top left and a little bit on the bottom right until they were tight. Not very long process, just took a little bit, but obviously just want to make sure that they're all in the sockets before you tighten them completely up, because then you don't want to, have one side up and one side down. So yeah, that's the reason why I did that. So right now I'm going to see if this plug should go in now or if I should wait and plug some other stuff in first. So on the manual, it does say that it just shows that it plugs in. It doesn't say exactly where to plug in. I'm guessing there's a piece here that says fan on it or something. Yeah, right here, CPU fan. So this is gonna plug right in here. I'm just gonna plug it in now, and if anything, I'll unplug it when I go back to the video. Yeah, so there's a little threading here. I just want to make sure it lines up for me. It goes like that, but it turns, so it's going to turn around. Also don't want to harm the wires at all, so I'm going to go this way and put it down inside of there. You really want to make sure you got it right though, because you don't want to mess up the socket at all. Alright, and it slides right on, just like that. Just gonna give it a little pressure. Once you know what side the threading is on, try not to be super afraid of it. Obviously you want to go a little bit gentle just in case you break anything, but it's gonna take a little bit of pressure to go down. So yeah, don't be scared. Don't be a little bitch. Alright, so next thing we have to go on is the memory. Before you go all crazy, you want to take scissors to this thing. At the top there's these little rivets you can just pop off like that, and here goes the other side. See, just like that, and then that opens up. Card fell out, pay attention to the camera. But yeah, there's the memory right here. Just gonna push it out carefully. This is supposed to be one of the easiest things to do on here. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Rip jaws. Just gonna hold it from the top. Yeah, let me just turn this around real quick. Let me move this over here. All right, so yeah, the memory is right behind the cooler on this motherboard. So it was probably better if I didn't plug this in first. But yeah, so it's gonna go, I have only two memory spots on this motherboard. So it's good that I got the one 8 gig instead of 2 4 gigs. But I'm not sure which one it goes in, so I'm gonna go to the manual real quick and see which one it goes in, and I'll be right back.
You only have 2?
All right, so Friend's here now. He's gonna help me out. The memory stick, yeah, I only have 2 memory slots. So it has to go into a certain one.
Yeah, you have the same problem I do.
With what? It doesn't fit?
Like, mine, like, I have 4 of these sticks, but the last one, like, I don't even think if you get another one, it'll fit. You probably have to get a smaller fan. Whatever.
Couldn't I take the fan off and then put it on and then put it back on? Or well, I'm just gonna stick with this one memory for now, so it's not a big deal. Just push it straight down. Wait.
Does this one even open?
Yeah, wait. I put it on the wrong way. Fucking cocksucker, can't break it.
You're supposed to hear.
I know, but I just want to make sure it lines up with the thing first. Can't tell if it's lining up, if it lines up or not. Does that look like it lines up to you? You can see that little notch in the middle?
Yeah.
Does that line up or? Oh, let me get the light. Yeah, so there's these two little like notches on either side of the thing. You just gotta open them up. And there's also a notch in the middle of the memory stick that lines up with this little line inside. You have to just make sure you do that or else it'll break. And before you push it in, make sure you're
Yeah,
lining
it
up with that little thing.
Yeah. It's like perfect. It's supposed to go in. I'm like scared.
I don't know. Here, hold the light.
That's what
I
happened.
just want to
with
make
mine.
sure. Just make you broke the first one.
No, I was just like trying to jam it in. It like I feel like this one is supposed to open. I don't know why.
Let me see.
Mine opens. Well, let me close this and open it. All right.
So we only have one that opened. This is so sketchy.
Wrong way.
Yeah, it is a little right.
Yeah, that's
Let me make sure. Yeah, that's definitely the wrong way. Okay. So this is definitely the way it goes in. So the way I saw it in the video, he applied even pressure to both sides. Like that. And you're supposed to
Nah, it's supposed to go all the way in.
make it flat there. So scared to break this shit.
Wait, let me see it.
I don't want to like fuck it up and break it.
Let me see.
It's like, we didn't break anything already, right?
No. Oh, fucking rip.
Yeah, so see, look. So yeah, there's this little notch right here. We tested to make sure that it fits in there. We had it on the right way, but for some reason it's not
Wait,
clicking
let me see. I
in.
think I know why. I'm gonna start from this side.
Are you sure it goes in the second one?
Yeah. It doesn't even matter, to be honest.
The guy said it does in the video. See, look, wait. See, look in the guide. Look. Frequency supports for SRDR. All these numbers and shit. Cause look, this
Is
one.
this a wait? Is
That's
this
A1 and B1.
this? All right. This is a DDR4 motherboard.
No, it's ASRock motherboard.
No, but I'm saying this is DDR4.
Yeah, those. It says
Yeah.
DDR4 right there.
And
They're both DDR4 though, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter which one I put it in. Huh? Spooky piss.
where does it say SR?
See, look, it's SR. DDR4 A1 and B1. I don't know if you look. Where's the box? The card for that one's right here. That only came in that. Didn't even come with like a menu or anything.
And yeah, that's the same. Yeah, mine came in that box too. It doesn't even matter if it's in the. It should, like, why isn't it clicking? Scuffed. Sketch. Oh, it's so sketch.
Yo, let me see it real quick. Let me see something.
Super sketch.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right now and figure out what's going on. Then we'll come back. So my camera died for good that time. But basically what happened was we were just putting in the card a little bit too soft. So just make sure when you put it in, you want to be careful with it obviously, but you want to just make sure everything's lined up. And then once you got it lined up, there's the 2 tabs on the side, right? So the 2 tabs on the side have to be evenly spaced on the card so that when you press it down, it'll both click, because otherwise one side will click, but it won't go all the way up, because they're both like kind of connected. So when they click, they're supposed to click together. So that's basically what was happening for us. We were just afraid to kind of break it, because Francisco was over, he was helping me, you know, I paid for it, so if he were to break it, he would have felt like he had to buy another one, so he didn't want to break it. So I just went in there, I clicked it down, and it went in. So that was that. As for the rest of it, we had a smooth install. Sorry I couldn't show you guys everything just because the camera, you know, died. I don't have an extra battery, and we were kind of excited to put it together. Plus I had Fran here helping me, and I kind of needed his help for it since I've never built one before and he has. So we just decided to build it. So sorry for not being able to show you guys that. But yeah, we have the finished product done now, so I'll show you guys what that looks like.
So there she is. The PC build is complete. Did have the LEDs in it, fortunately, so it came out looking really good. The only thing that isn't the best is the cables. I forgot what it's called, cable management. Yeah, so we kind of just did what we could with it to make it as good looking as we could. But like I said, yeah, it's not the best. But it doesn't look bad. There's only a couple wires hanging out. The rest of them are in the back. We put some in front here of the video card. That way it's not too noticeable. But for the most part, I think it looks good. Especially for our first PC build. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And yeah, so for the rest of the setup, I got these 2 Dell monitors. They were on sale at Best Buy, so I picked up 2 of them. I got this Razer keyboard. I can mess with the lights. Right now I have this custom. It's on a wave, but I put an extra color or 2 in there, so it looks more like a rainbow instead of just, you know, the 3 or 4 colors I have on it. But yeah, so that's that. I got a cheap little mouse. Nothing too special, just a $10 Logitech mouse. And then I picked up this speaker setup off of OfferUp, which is just like a kind of like a Craigslist type app on the iPhone, and I'm pretty sure I have an Android too. And it just came with these speakers, these little speakers, the bass unit, which controls the bass, the volume. It's got a headset jack in there. Even though, you know, I have one on my PC already, I have the headset jack. But you know, it could come in handy. It runs off aux cables right now, so it's those 2, and then it also comes with this bass amp over here. So yeah, overall I think it's a really good build. Complete, the way it looks completed is pretty awesome. I don't have like a professional desk or anything like that. I'm just using my dresser right now for my room because I don't really have enough space for it, but in the future I might get maybe like a small corner desk for over there or something like that. But for now this works perfectly fine. I got a desk chair too, just a little IKEA chair. And yeah, so I really like the way it came out. As for what I'm running on the PC, like system, I just put Windows 10 on it, and I'm actually still on the unactivated one, and I've been like that since I got the PC. So you can see here, like, that's basically all it is apparently you can't change the background, but I've heard there's some ways to get around that. But you do have that watermark there, which isn't that bad. I mean, if it bothers you, it bothers you, but for me, it doesn't bother me. Like I said, it's been there since the beginning, so it's just like, it's whatever to me now. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't even really notice it anymore. It was a pretty easy process to get on there. Just watch the video on YouTube. Pretty straightforward. Really, all I had to do was get a USB stick, put it on here from my laptop, my old laptop that was broken. That was the only part that was kind of a pain in the ass because my laptop was really messed up. So it's like it took like an hour or 2 just to get the thing on the stick, which it should only take like 5 minutes. You just gotta download it and move it over on the stick, take it out, put it in a new computer, and it'll recognize it and it'll start booting up, and then you just follow the instructions on the screen pretty much. And I mean, there's little settings you can mess with. I did the most I could. Like I said, I'm not really a pro at this, so I just did what the guy said would be good settings for what I'm doing here. Just like a chill computer build. It's got some power in it, but you know, mostly I'm just doing it for editing, so it's all good. And yeah, it came out really good. It's pretty simple to do, especially for a first time. It's awesome build. Let me know what you guys think about it. But as for the video, that's it. So that's really it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the build in here on the comments down below. And see you guys in the next one. Videos I'm going to be trying to do every Monday and Thursday now. As long as I have content, I don't want to just push stuff out. So yeah, right now I have some content to sit on. So Monday and Thursday for the time being. And yeah, so see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Wake up every day